Hi guys, and welcome to Trucking Along with Kiersey. That's me, your positive voice in trucking. And I am giving you yet another rookie mistake kind of funny story that I keep giving these because I want people to know that you're not alone. The stupid things that you're gonna do, especially your first 6 months to a year, you're not alone. Everybody's gonna make them, and it's part of your learning experience. So stick around and I'm gonna tell you what happened the first time I went through Wyoming and they shut down the highway. So the first time I went through Wyoming, I had no idea what to expect. It was Easter. Where I come from, Easter is like cute little bunnies floating, hopping around, and tulips and light colored pastel dresses that are thin, and I never ever expected like 3 or 4 feet of snow on the ground. So when I'm driving through on I-80, all these lights start coming on and the barriers went up and they said you must exit at the next intersection, the next exit. So I get off and there's a Sapp Brothers there in Cheyenne, and I was still so new that I knew I wasn't gonna be able to park there. Like, I was really afraid to try to back up. There's ice and snow all over. I couldn't really back up without the ice and snow. So to expect me to go try to maneuver through these trucks in that situation, in my opinion, was dangerous for me. And keep in mind that a truck parking lot that might have a limit of 200 trucks, when they shut down the highway, there's no place for anybody to go. So they double their capacity. Like, trucks will just park in the middle of the aisles and block everybody in. It could take an hour or 2 hours just to get out from the truck stop once they reopen the highways. So here I am getting off the exit ramp, and there's a road right outside of the Sapp Brothers, and this guy parked in front of me, and so we were on this really wide shoulder on the road, and he parked and we were both slanted. He parked and he was slanted, and I pulled up right behind him and figured, well, he's here so I could be here, and it was slanted. And as I was laying in bed, it just felt too much of a slant to me. And when you're out here, you wind up getting used to certain levels of slants, certain types of not being level, but this was way, way, way past what I was comfortable with. So this goes back to the tip I said about always trust your gut. I wound up pulling around him and then got in a situation where I needed to do a U-turn, and because of the snow and ice and everything, I really was having a tough time, and let's just say I was scared enough at that point that I might roll off the edge of the road, but I made it, and I kept pulling forward and backing up and pulling forward and backing up. So I was able to do a U-turn and get on the other side of the street on the wide shoulder portion where I was level. So I felt much more comfortable being level. Now I'm shut down. I don't have to worry about anything. The wind was really bad and rocking, and I was like, you know what, I'm safe. I've heard horror stories about Wyoming, and I'm only in Cheyenne, so I'm just getting to I'm only part way into the state, this far, and I gotta go this far, and so I'll just deal with this in the morning or whenever they open the road. Well, that was about 11 o'clock at night, and around 4 a.m. I got woken up by a boom boom crash, and I was like, oh my God, I thought somebody hit me. It was that loud. It sounded like it was right next to me. And when I got up and looked outside, it was the guy who originally parked on the slant that was in front of me on the other opposite side of the road. He flipped over. The wind just pushed him right on his side. And wind is very powerful and it's very scary, and even to this day I think the wind can sometimes be a lot worse than the snow and the rain and the ice and all that. So going back to what I said in a different video, always trust your gut. My gut told me that that wasn't safe for me. So I wound up trying to find something that was more safe for me. And when that guy got blown over, as he was parked, he got blown over. That really just boosted my confidence a little bit for me to realize that, hey, guess what? Maybe I do know what I'm doing. Maybe I can trust my gut. Maybe I'm not as stupid as I think I am, or, you know, I'm not going to make as many mistakes. And I really felt bad for him because he was probably new too, and that's why that area right there was open to begin with. So, trust your gut. And make sure that if you're parking on an area, park on level ground as much as possible. If it's not level ground and it's still like a slant, just make sure it's not dirt or someplace that might be mud or something that would slide down. I did park in a rest area one time where it was like wide shoulders along the side of the rest area, and this guy sort of parked half on the grass and half on the asphalt. And when it rained really hard that night, it all turned to mud and he slid down the side of the ravine. So he wound up getting a tow truck to pull him out too. So places where you park are going to make a difference. Just because you're parked, it doesn't necessarily mean you're safe. It's your job and your responsibility to make sure you find a safe place to park. You can't just park anywhere. You have to make sure that, you know, especially if you're carrying a heavy load, you know, that the beer load that I had was 46,000 pounds. It was sinking into the gravel because there wasn't any kind of asphalt below it that was, or concrete below it that was supporting it. But even if you're empty, like if that guy was empty and he was on the slant, that was even worse because the wind could just blow you over. But that's my rookie mistake story for the day. I guess it really wasn't my mistake, it was just his mistake, but I learned from his mistake. So I hope you guys learn from my mistakes. And please like, comment below with any kind of stupid rookie mistake that you might have made. And if you have any questions, make sure you ask and I'll make a video about them. And like and share, and I really appreciate it. We're almost like 1,700 views or something. This is like crazy. We're almost to 100 subscribers. I'm so excited. And I hope to see you out here trucking along. Bye.